Dr. Todd Schaffer, the Vice President of Clinics for Sanford, has agreed to visit with us in studio to answer some of the questions that we all still have. So thanks for being here today. Now, Doctor, we learned today the cases of COVID-19 have more than doubled in 24 hours. So if you had to just take a wild guess, what could we see here in North Dakota?
So we have done a lot of modeling that we've looked at it. There's been lots of different models that have been out there, the CDC, North Dakota Department of Health. We look at best case scenario, worst case scenario, and that could go anywhere from a few cases, which is where we're at now, to up to 3,000 in western North Dakota. So we're right in the middle of that. We anticipate to be somewhere in the several hundred.
You said the best case scenario we already surpassed.
It's correct. Yeah. That is correct, according to the best case modeling that we've looked at.
And how do you get these numbers for that model?
So we base the numbers off of data that we've seen in China, Italy, and other areas where it's become, it started endemic and now has become pandemic. So we base it on population, age, as well as the surrounding counties.
And we're now hearing that the coronavirus in younger people is more serious than we had originally thought. Is that true?
So it's not that it's more serious. I think we're seeing more cases in terms of percentage of people that have the cases. What we've seen in other countries, such as China and Italy, we're seeing an increased number because I think we're doing more testing in that age group.
Okay. I think there's been a little bit of confusion as to who is doing the testing. Is Sanford doing its own independent testing at this time?
So everybody is doing the same testing and sending it to the North Dakota Department of Health and the state lab at this point in time. Sanford does continue to send to the state lab and do the testing through them. We do have our own dedicated testing analyzer in Sioux Falls. We have the ability to run those tests as well. So as we get to the point where we need further reagent or further ability to test, there might be some switching that we might do with where we send our specimens to.
And last question here, but are you worried yet?
At this point in time, I'm not worried. We have had wonderful planning, coordination with the North Dakota Department of Health, the governor's office, and at Sanford just taking the time to plan for this. So we know we're prepared. We're doing everything we can to be able to be prepared for it. So we're not panicking at all. We're ready for it.
Dr. Todd Schaffer, thanks for being here today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Nicholas.
2020